How you guys doing out there? This is James, and I want to have a conversation real quick about relationships. Watching this show, Temptation Island, is I gotta say one of the biggest farces ever. I think because when these people are on this island, why do they think that? And I have a list I'm gonna go through too. Why do they think that they're gonna have a 30-day experience or however long the experience is, and they'll magically feel like they're so in touch with someone, and it don't work like that. 9 out of 10 times anyway. I mean, it did with Morgan and that other guy, I forget his name, and with Javen and Shari. But the chance that you'll really meet your special someone and be in love in 30 days is rare, like hitting the lottery. And the thing about it is that these guys are living in a fairy tale. It's campfire fairy tale, and it's not real. I mean, the ladies on this show, on this previous show, acted like they had no wrong. And in my opinion, from what I saw, I'm not trying to have a bias or anything like that. But from what I saw, at least what the editing showed us, is that the men seemed like they were doing. The men who had the girlfriends seemed like they were in the right. At least two of them. What's his face? Rick. He seemed to be the one who had his stuff together a little bit more than his girlfriend Ashley, because his girlfriend Ashley slept with KB, who was the biggest douchebag on the show this season, first night, and she ended up seeing his real feelings or his real thing after they slept together. And the other guy, the other black guy, I forget what his name is. He had more of his stuff together too. Both of those guys went in a situation looking for growth and looking for what they needed to do in order to become better men, but their women did almost the opposite. They were getting connections from the men, which is kind of the name of the game. But at the same time, those two gentlemen seemed like they had the best outlook on the situation. Come here to get growth, and to me, it seemed like the women did not do that. They acted all. The thing I don't like about this show, and the thing I don't like about life in general, is that how are we gonna be the guilty party or more of the guilty party and act like you're more innocent? Why is that? Because what I noticed I'm looking at my list over here. What I noticed is that the ladies, Ashley and Sonica, didn't seem to hold themselves accountable, and the men and the males did more or less hold themselves accountable. And then, like I said again, this is not having bias towards men. This is just me. This is just me seeing what it was for what it was. It just doesn't make any sense to me when anybody acts guiltless when they have guilt. It's just not cool when people do that. I mean, um, Ashley was being all mad and everything. Rick's girlfriend was mad and everything, and she's the one who was the first person to make the mistake, all the mistakes that she thought Rick would make. And he, at least according to editing, was the guy who was trying to actually grow as a person and uh, be there for the other guy, Casey, at one time. And actually was acting like, well, I didn't really, all I did was sleep with somebody. I mean, the first night on national TV, you did something that you admitted was wrong, but at the same time, you're acting as though someone else is wrong, even though you did the most unforgivable thing. No, no. When you do wrong, hold yourself accountable. It's very hard to do. I admit, it's hard to do. Hold yourself accountable, though. That's the best way to grow. Hold yourself accountable and realize what you did. The one other thing I noticed on the show last night is that whenever I'm not trying to pull the race card or anything like that, but I'm just calling it how I see it. Whenever the Caucasian couples were arguing and doing things back and forth, especially the women, the ladies were always saying, Tell her the truth. Tell her the truth, and she deserves the truth, and all this type of stuff. But whenever the dark skin, the black couples were up there, peanut gallery, crickets, and it just kind of made me think: is this the way it is in real life? Watching people of color tear themselves apart? That really didn't sit well with me, because when because Ashley, or this could be the perspective, Ashley was dead wrong, and Rick was trying to be gentlemanly about it and say you did wrong, blah blah blah, and no one was coming to Ashley's defense because she was wrong. But on the same token, no one was going towards Rick's defense, saying that he was trying to do better and he was trying to grow. Why is that on the other side too? Is it that ladies do not like? Is it that ladies do not want to defend a man, or is it that ladies don't want to defend a man of color? And this kind of goes back to another thing that I read on Facebook: is that black men seem to get villainized and black men can't seem to get forgiven. It blows my mind. It just really blows my mind. The whole purpose of this video is that some women, I'm not gonna blanket y'all like that. A lot of women seem catty, and a lot of people don't like to hold themselves accountable when they really should. If you've done wrong, hold yourself accountable, because that's the only way towards growth. And I think that it's not fair for people to defend one person to not defend the other person. If people are in the right, lift them up. If people are in the wrong, take them to the side and tell them what it is. That's the only way I think in this country we'll be able to grow as a nation, because it was on another Facebook post. We need to hold each other accountable. It doesn't matter what race, what color, what gender, anything like that. We need to hold each other accountable when we're right and when we're wrong. The ladies were holding the men accountable, but the same token, the ladies weren't holding another lady accountable when she did wrong. What is that? Women were tearing down a man, but women weren't willing to jump in there and say, hey, you did wrong, own up to it. Where's the balance at? Where's the balance at? I just don't understand. If you're guilty, the whole purpose of you going to Temptation Island is to grow as a person, and it looks like half of y'all didn't grow. If you're guilty, swallow the pill, grow from it, and learn from it. What do you guys think in the comments below? Like and subscribe to this channel. Please like and subscribe to this channel. Please like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. I talk about pop culture, world, and social topics all the time. Love you guys as always.